Patty Stalker here from WestfordCAT, and I have with me the Westford Health Director, Jeff Stevens, for our kind of weekly health department update. How are you, Jeff?
Good, Patty. How you doing? I apologize for missing last week. We were pretty busy.
No worries at all. I really appreciate your time, the time that you can give. I know that you guys are flat out over there, so no worries at all. So I was watching Governor Bacon's press conference last week, and he was talking about cluster cases. It appears that there's been many towns where there's been large gatherings. He mentioned a lifeguard party in Falmouth, a prom party in Rentham, a house party in Chatham, and he mentioned a high school graduation party in Chelmsford. So with Westford Academy having their graduation on Friday, I am guessing that there could be concern there. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that.
So yeah, it's in public health. We are concerned about it. And believe me, the last thing we want to see anybody do is have to cancel parties or not have your graduation. I mean, to get to that point, congratulations to all our seniors. It's a great job that you got there, and look forward to see what you all do in the future. But we also need to really make sure that we're doing it safely. The reason why is this virus isn't going away right now. It's clear that it's here to stay until we have a viable vaccine. I know we need to find ways to live with it, but right now what we do know works best is wearing our masks, socially distancing, and sanitizing our hands. Now, those measures actually help. What we're seeing right now is at these parties, and I was notified of a couple over the weekend that these graduation parties, there are people not socially distancing, and they are having dozens and dozens of people, and in some case, over 100, which is actually against the gathering order in its present form.
State gathering order, too. That's a state mandate, yes.
It's a state mandate, and we were sent over the weekend from the state just a reminder of that with a copy of that order to make sure we can get it to people. What we don't want to see is our numbers climb drastically over a few events. We're already seeing in phase 3 a slight uptick in our local case numbers. I mean, right now in Westford, I've got 172 cases that have been reported, and we have 7 active cases, which is actually the most that we've had in, well, several weeks. We've been hovering around that 2 to 3 number for quite some time. And since it was on the 20th, we've had 9 cases in really not that many days, in 14 days. So that raises an eyebrow. Why is that happening? So we're kind of looking at why that's happening here. We're seeing an uptick in cases in other parts of the state. So it's clearly a concern, and I just don't want to see us roll back a phase yet. And I want people to be successful, and I think it has been. We just got to toe the line and make sure we're doing the right things. And it is hard. That's how I feel about it at this point.
So do you feel that the uptick in numbers was due to some of these parties over the weekend? You meant in Westford, right? There were,
In Westford.
obviously, yeah.
And there's an uptick in numbers in the state as well. So there are clearly more cases. I think it's too early to tell if this slight uptick is due to graduations. I think we'll know more over the next 14 days. I believe the Westford graduation is on Friday.
Yep.
I think if we see an uptick in numbers over the next 2 weeks in Westford, and they happen to be in the age groups where the kids are, that'll tell us that our gatherings are too big and we really have to pull this back. So if we can keep our numbers low, that's really going to be critical. There's no doubt.
So your advice
My advice is to
the seniors and the parents
to the seniors, to everyone, seniors,
Yes.
parents, family members, friends. We certainly understand people want to celebrate, but consider making sure that your graduation parties are small enough that you can manage your crowds, that you are not, you're able to wear your masks. I would make sure that you've got plenty of hand sanitizer available. And I would seriously consider not having communal food in large numbers, because we're already not allowing buffets and things like that in restaurants at this point. Those things don't change at your house. I mean, the risk of spread is exactly the same. So if you have got a buffet of food at your house, you're doing the exact same thing that you could potentially do and causing another mechanism to spread. So things to think about, individually wrapped things may be helpful, and just try to toe the line. We know it's tough. This has been a hard year. Hopefully it'll get easier.
Great advice, Jeff. You know, my son graduated this year from high school from a different school district, and that was a couple of weeks ago. They had an outdoor ceremony, but you know, no parties.
No.
Just family and immediate family, and just hanging out at home. And we'll throw a gala when all this is over. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody's going to want to do that once we see a vaccine, but people just got to continue to do the hard work, and I know people are doing it, and I just applaud the people that are just trying to keep their nose to the grindstone on this. It's been a battle for all of us.
It's about keeping your community healthy. So I couldn't agree more. Thanks for your time, Jeff. We'll check in next week. Or anything else you want to say?
I think really that's the major message this week, is just making sure that people understand that they are doing the right thing, and mask, social distance, and just don't get tired of it. Just keep fighting. It's going to keep more people healthier longer.
Yeah, and it means that we're going to probably be able to reopen quicker if we, follow the rules that'll keep us all safe and kind of get this thing buried down once and for all.
Yeah, I would hate to see us roll back a phase, because I know a lot of businesses could get affected by that. So we just got to hold strong.
Sound advice, Jeff. Thanks again. I know you're busy. I really appreciate your time.
Anytime, Patty. Thank you.
All right, take care. For WestfordCAT, I'm Patty Stocker.